Oh, hey, good day there. It's Wrench Gear here, and here's today's project. We're gonna take that and we're gonna stick it in there, and that's what we're gonna get into today. It's a front wheel bearing hub assembly with speed sensor in it for a two-wheel drive. There's it's a 5143 part number, and yeah, it's a two-wheel drive F150, and he's going to go right in here, and we're going to try and make this go as quickly and as smoothly as what we can, and we'll get her done. Okay, we're going to try and get this done as quickly as we can here. Going to take a bit. We're gonna throw some wheel chocks into here just for fun. It's rear-wheel drive. We should never have to really worry about this, but we're gonna do it anyway because you never know. Crazier things that happen than a car rolling down the driveway. So anyway, here's in there. Let's get in there. Okay, we're gonna call that good. I'm gonna just try and run through this. I'm working up front here today because there's a tent trailer set up in the shop there, and so I'm banished to the out of doors here. So yeah, we're gonna try and get them done here. We're gonna slide this jack under here. I got a jack board on the ground there, so it's hot day today. I don't want these wheels of this jack to sink into this driveway. This is my old jack here. Thing takes a lot of pumping to get that thing up in there. All right. All right, here we go. Get this thing, just so we get the wheel off the ground is good. Doesn't need to be too high. Not crawling under there or anything, that's good. All right, we got them set right there, good enough. All right, first things first, we're gonna something down here that I can wheel on. Firstly, here's some wreck my knees on this rough driveway. I'm going to pop this thing here off. Got that thing off. Going to pull off a wheel nut here. I'm going to make sure that it's going to fit onto the new one here, because you know, that would really suck if it didn't. Anyway, yeah, it's good. You never know, some of these parts guys, they give you the wrong part or whatever, so that's good indication that we're heading in the right direction there. Okay, so the reason I know this wheel bearing is going out of this thing is because I just did brakes on this thing a couple of days ago, and when I was spinning it here, I could tell. So the thing is not loose, and it's not loose, and nothing, and you can't hear anything. But we're gonna do it anyway because I'm gonna take this off. Oh, hey. Because when I had it all apart and I was rotating it there, you could hear that what the heck? A sloppy dog in here or something. You could hear that the thing was starting to growl in there, and we're heading off on holidays in about a week from now, and on the road trip, that's why I said that tent trailer is all set up in the back, and I don't want to have problems with this thing halfway through my holiday drive there, so we're gonna drop that over there. Here, a magnetic tray with throw all the nuts on, just jam it onto the jack there, and look at that, eh? Grooved and slotted and drilled and things and everything else in there. So yeah, this is all brand new, just last week. So we're gonna whip this thing all apart and we'll give it a go. Alright, we're gonna turn that wheel a little bit there so that this is all a little easier to should all be good. Okay, so I'm gonna take all this mess off of here. And I know a lot of guys like taking the they like just taking the big caliper bracket off and take this all off in one piece. And a lot of times I don't do that because I like looking in here to make sure that everything's all greased good and freed up. And it is all because I just did this whole brake job, but I don't know, I just like doing this here. I'm gonna take out these 2 bolts on the back of the caliper here. And just gonna get at it here. Throw them in the magnetic tray. Hey, oh geez, there, thing's spinning. Okay, I got it. Don't have it. Come on. All right. We're getting it. We're getting it. Just taking out these 2 caliper slide pin bolts there. Nothing to see in the back here. I'm sure you've all done that before. If you haven't, there's plenty of YouTube videos on how to do all that. I got myself a hook here. I'm gonna pull that caliper, pop that caliper out of here, like so. We're gonna hang this. You don't like dangling these things off of the off that rubber hose. All right, got it hooked. Hook it up on the upper control arm there. He's doing good. Okay, just gonna pull these brake pads out just a little bit. Make that thing easier to come off in there. Got those 2 big bolts in the back there holding on this caliper mounting bracket here, 18 millimeters. Well, they're not, I'm lying, 21 millimeters. Okay, and just zip them out. And give this thing here a little bit more gumption. Okay, here. Okay, got one. Now this hose is in the way. Okay, got 2. Yeah, that thing fell off and tried to hurt me. Yeah, let's put that back on there. Okay, nice. Everything fell apart. So a lot of times that thing could be rusted on in here. So in which case you would take a great big hammer and you would whack in from behind here. You know that was on here. Whack in from behind here and bust it off. Trying not to damage the inside surface of that thing too much. I guess what you would really start off firstly is you take a hammer and you start smacking around in here. And if that doesn't go, then you would come in from behind and do one of these things with it, because you don't want to wreck that rotor. Of course, you're putting new rotors on, and yeah, whatever. Okay, we got that part there situated. These are the big bolts that just came out of that caliper mounting bracket. This guy, they thread right in there. And yeah, so now we're going to take the shield off. 3 8mm headed bolts. And be careful with this stuff that you're not breaking that off, because that's just small little stuff and it's all full of rust and crud and corrosion and everything else in there. And that stuff's this weak stuff. It's going to break on you if you... I like doing this stuff by hand, you know. I see a lot of guys get in there with a small impact gun or something like that, or even an air ratchet or something, and they get onto those bolts and they give that thing a shot, and before you know it's broken off, eh? So I like doing them by hand, and you can feel if that thing's about to break, and you can maybe work them back and forth a little bit there, you know. So look at that thing comes off. Ooh, he's in a good one. So so this is the piece. It's bolted in from behind here, and we got this speed sensor wired is routed through, and we're gonna have to unclip that up on the top there somewhere. Okay, I guess I should show it to you why we're changing this thing. When I had it off the other day doing those brakes, let me just grab the microphone here. you could, I spun this thing and you can hear it making noise. Hope you can hear that. But anyway, that's the reason I'm changing it. Honestly, you could probably let this thing go for a while longer, you know, a month or two, a couple of months. Let's put that microphone, a couple of months probably, because it's not loose, it's not shaking, it's not nothing. But you know what? Just my luck. I'm going to be out somewhere. I'm going to be like 6 hours away from home, and this thing is going to screw up on me next week when I'm out on holidays. So I thought, you know what? I got to do it anyway. Might as well do it now. And then I'm not going to have any, hopefully I'm not going to have any problems, that the new part is going to be a good one. So anyway, that's why we're changing it. That thing should be basically, that thing should be perfectly quiet, should make no noise at all. So anyway, yeah, so that's why we're doing it. So the other day when I had this thing apart, I shot a bunch of penetrating oil and nonsense in here. It's all dried up and gone now. I hope that that will have helped, because these things can be a bit of a problem to get off of there. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out this this outer tie rod end here, so we can just take this thing and move it all back and forth to wherever we want it, and we can get working on this thing. All right, got him like so. And we're going to take a hammer, and I'm going to see if I can get that thing loose there and hit my camera on the backswing. Wait, look out. I'm going to take this thing here and give him a couple of smacks here and try not to hit the camera. There it is. Just like so. All right, good. Now we can get at these bolts right here, here, and here. And two more on this side, there and there. And then this thing's coming off. Well, we've got to play with that wire there yet. 18 mils on those. Perfect. And we'll see how this goes. Okay. Okay. All right, that's 3. And now this caliper's hanging in my way again. All right. Gotta find somewhere else to hang this thing. I'll stick it around on the front here, maybe. What a thing. How's that? That'll do it. All right, last piece. Okay, got all 4 of those out of there. Let's see what we're going to do here. Yeah, good luck. All right. We're going to have to see what we're going to do with that. I'm going to have to get something in there and give her a shot. Maybe I got to get an air chisel on it. All right, we're going to make a plan here in a minute. Okay, so we're going to deal with all this here in a minute, but I'm going to start working on this wire for that speed sensor. There's a clamp right here that I took it out of. There's also a little clip here as well. Then it's scooting up in behind, a couple Christmas trees in here or whatever. And that's it right there, going up and in. Then up on top, looking down here under the master, it's right here. That's it right there. There's the connection that comes apart for it. So he's going to pop that apart, drop it down in through into the wheel well, and we'll be good with that. It took, like I said, a couple Christmas trees there. Then we're going to start working on busting that apart. So I got that unclipped from up on top there. It's not too hard. There's a little red tab there that's on the wiring harness with the truck, and you push, you pull it back about 1/4 of an inch, and then the black tab that's underneath it, you push straight down and this whole portion of it slides right out. So I unclipped off the Christmas trees there, just grabbed a set of long needle nose here, and you just go in on each side of the thing and grab it and just pop it out. So we're dealing with that now. We're down to this here, and I'm going to tell you, that thing is in there. It's finally started breaking loose there, and we'll hope for the best. I've been pounding and beating on it. I've been going from here and rotating in the other way, and I've been coming in from this other side on here, like so, back and forth, and taking big chisels and jamming it in there, pounding, and it just broke free. It's just starting to come now. So we're gonna get her. All right, you can see here now he's really starting to come here now. He's opening up there pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna get him. Won't be long now. He's gonna pop right out. All right, so I'm just taking this thing here now, and I'm just sticking it in there, pound it in a little bit, and it's forcing it out. And go from the other side here, forcing it out. Look out! I'm gonna give this thing here a shot of the old Panther Pete. Holy mackerel! I think I swallowed a fly. Holy God! Look out! God dang things! Yeah, baby! There, this thing almost fell out. Holy crap! Look at that! He's coming. It's wobbling back and forth. You know, I push it on that side, and this side goes in back and forth. There it is. There. There it is. Look at that. Holy mackerel. Look at another. I got something else here. They're wangling on the dangling there. Here, let me get that thing out of there. Okay. That's all there is to it. Look at that thing. Thing almost fell out by itself. Holy crap. Well, it's worse now for me pounding on the back of this thing, but I think what I'm going to do with here, I'm going to pop all these studs out. Keep them for spares. You never know when you got one go bad or break or something. All right, we're going to clean this all up. All right, so I just had my mic die on me, so yeah, so that was good. There's no audio in the last segment there, but anyway, I got this all cleaned up. He's all clean. I took a bunch of synthetic grease here, this kind of thing here, multi-purpose synthetic grease, whatever, and smearing that all in here, and hopefully that will, you know, prolong things from if I have to take this thing apart again. I hope I don't have to, but you never know what goes on. This truck is a 2013, and it's now 2025. So this thing is 12, 13 years old, depending on the build date of this thing. So it went in there for a long time. I don't expect this aftermarket one to last as long as what a Ford one did, but you never know, maybe it does. So anyway, when you're cleaning this all up, you know, pay particular attention into the corners where you were shoving this chisel in case you've put a bunch of nicks and things in there, and you want to make sure this is all good and smooth. So this one is in pretty good shape. But anyway, getting back to this bearing, I bought an aftermarket bearing, not a Ford one. I didn't even price a Ford one because God only knows how much that's going to be. It's going to be big stuff, right? So, you know, I went online and I checked things out, and from Jeff Bezos there, and he's got them they're in around the $125 mark, but they all, within reason, they all have pretty poor reviews on them. So I thought I'm not going there with that. So I got one here from Canadian Tire Store, and it was $220 for this one. They have Moog ones and SKF ones that you can get at jobbers around here, but they're all $450 and $500. And I went, you know what? We're gonna try this Canadian Tire one. It's got 2 years of warranty on it, and so we're gonna hope for the best. So I'm gonna smear paint a whole bunch of this stuff on here as well, and keep things from rusting. I live in the Rust Belt here, Southern Ontario, and things corrode up, as you can tell, man. This is a mess, and this is from, I get this truck oil sprayed every single fall, every year that I've owned this truck. I bought this truck in 2014, and I've done it every single year since, and look at the rust on it. So anyway, pay attention to where this the orientation of where that wire's coming out of. Mine was straight up on the top here on this one. So we're gonna take this, and fingers crossed that this is gonna slide in nicely. Oh, not bad. There's an O-ring or a seal of sorts in there. So we're gonna get it right to that, and we're gonna grab one of the big ones and we're gonna stick them in there. Some guys put Loctite on there. I think it's unnecessary. These things get torqued to 150 pounds. It's pretty tight stuff, man. They're not coming out on their own. Do what you want with it. Loctite it or don't Loctite it. I'm not going to get into a big argument about it. Some guys do, some guys don't. I don't think it's necessary on this one. So, all right, we're gonna get them all started, and then I'm gonna take a hand ratchet. I'm gonna start drawing that thing in and getting it all in there nice. All right, we're gonna start drawing this thing in. Do it nice and even. We're gonna crisscross motion there. You see the gap is closing up a little bit. And we're gonna go over to this side here and give it one. All right, there goes, pulling it in nicely there. Actually, just gonna go crisscross here, and like so. And that's pretty much closed up there now, all the way in. The bottom one over here. All right. Okay. Yeah. And here. Yeah. Ouch. And then here. All right. Gonna find a. Yeah. Okay. Gonna get a torque wrench here. All right. We're gonna go 150 on this thing. Long way up. Where are we here? 120. 140. All right, we're 150. I'll go like so. And we're gonna get them done. And do this without knocking the camera over. Okay. Okay. All right, where was that? Top one, bottom one? I don't remember which one I just did. Oh, must have been the top one. Almost knocking the camera over here. Okay. And this top one here. And then we'll check them all to make sure. Hey, yeah. Okay. All right, the bottom one. This top one. I can get that socket on there. Good. All right, this bottom one. And the top one. All right, that's good. All right, we're gonna start putting some of this stuff back together now. So I got this wire for the speed sensor in there. I got it dangled all the way back up through and up into, and it's plugged in up on top. I got this guy back on this shield with those three little guys there. Don't go crazy on them. They're just small bolts. You don't be breaking that stuff off. Here I smeared a whole bunch more of that guck on there, and in the back of the rotor here as well, so that someday it comes off good. And here, just going to throw these brakes back together, and that'll be it. And yeah, just one more quick thing. Completely quiet. No noise at all. That's how it should be. All right, everything is all back together here. Brakes are all on. Everything's torqued in. These caliper sliding pin bolts here, they go to about 35 to 40 foot-pounds. The caliper mounting bracket bolts, the two big guys in behind here, they're at 150, same as what those wheel bearing bolts were. They were 150. So everything's all on here. It's all good. Everything's going good. And yeah, everything's good to go. So all we got to do is put the wheel back on, and we're going to torque them to 150 as well. Everything's like 150 in the front corner here. So we're going to put that on, and that'll be the end of it. So that's how you go about doing one of these things on a two-wheel drive Ford. On a four-wheel drive, yeah, it's a very similar process. You just have this area here is open, a little hole in there, and the end of the drive axle comes through there, and there's a nut that goes on there. And then in the back here, there's a vacuum line that goes on there to actuate the four-wheel drive portion of it all. So very, very similar. One or two more steps, no big deal. So anyway, that's how you go about doing one of these things. Hope you got something out of this video. Please hit the subscribe there button there for me, and leave a comment below. It really helps me out to keep this stuff all going. leave a comment there to tell me if you like this kind of content or not. That's great. I'll be doing much more of this if you get something out of this. So anyway, that'll be it. I got to clean up the driveway. What a mess I left, and that'll do it. So thanks very much for watching, and until I see you on the next one, have a great day.